Oh, no, I like the look of your rubbish.
How do you make money for nothing?
I love a little rummage.
The answer could be hiding in the 30 million tonnes of household waste we throw out every year.
I think that I might be able to make something out of that.
That's why entrepreneur Sarah Moore wants to get her hands on things before they hit the skip.
That's wartime. I'm a passionate buyer, user and maker of old stuff, and I've turned that passion into a money-making business. I make new stuff out of old stuff and I sell it for a profit.
And with some of the country's elite designers and makers...
That was brave.
All the potential.
No!
She can transform her finds into desirable,
Work of art.
valuable, and hopefully saleable items.
Holy moly.
If Sarah is successful, then she can hand the profits back to the very people who had no idea there was cash to be made from their trash.
Thank you, I'm astonished.
Today, Sarah is in Surrey at the Whitley Recycling Centre, a final resting place for all our old odds and ends. But for Sarah, this is an opportunity to take that stash and turn it into cash.
The sun is coming out and the cars are rolling in here, and I'm patrolling this place to try and find the treasures that are being thrown out and make some money for nothing.
Sarah's been granted special permission from the recycling centre to undertake this venture.
Come on then.
She does so with some style and grace. And if it's style she's after, perhaps Robert's old sewing machine could add a bit of flair.
Is that going back in the car or into the skip?
I was hoping somebody would be able to reuse it.
It's a really sweet little one, isn't it? Do you ever remember it being used?
I do. My mum regularly makes clothes for us. Oh.
Really? I bet they went down well at school, didn't they?
No, I didn't dare wear them to school. Luckily, I had a uniform that you had to buy from a shop in Guildford. No.
Have you got the key?
Not with me. It's probably at home somewhere.
I'd really like to have a look inside it, because some of them are really collectible, some of them are just decorative, but some of them are hundreds of pounds worth of singer. But you need a key. You need a key. Do you want me to have a quick look in my store?
If you've got a key or a screwdriver, that would be great.
Do you have a second? I'll be back in a moment.
Where is Sarah going to find a screwdriver at the dump? Ah, perhaps in the toolbox graveyard you'll find in many recycling centres.
I'm just wondering if there's a little screwdriver or anything we can use.
You know how to pick a lock too, Sarah. Very talented.
That might.
So, yeah, give that a go, yeah.
Harder than it looks, eh?
Right for tight, loose for left. Oh, I really want to see in here now. Oh, good, no, it's stuck. Would you mind if I took it away as the mystery machine? If it is in usable condition or valuable, or I can sell it for you, can I get back in touch and show you what I've done with it?
Super, yeah, thank you very much.
But thank you ever so much, really nice to have met you here.
Oh, the mystery machine. Sarah's taking a gamble on there being something usable under there. From what you can remember, Robert, do you think Sarah will be able to make anything from it?
I don't want to say a doorstop because that just wouldn't be appropriate. Maybe a lamp stand. Maybe a beautiful lamp stand, that would be nice.
It really is quite exciting what might be under there. I just need to find a key so I can find out.
Well, I know a couple of boys with the key and the secret for success. This is Josh and Olle, best mates who just love to create. The pair thrive on taking disused materials and turning them into unique handmade furnishings with flair and imagination.
I'm Josh and this is Olle, and we're Forge Creative.
I think the main thing we love is designing new products and new furniture, where you've got that idea and you come into the workshop and just see it come to life. The sort of thing we'd like Sarah to bring us would probably be something with a bit of character, a bit of age to it. I think we like something with a bit of a story.
like rusty bit of metal or like a weathered bit of wood, something like that. It's got a bit of history and character to it.
Well, we're not sure exactly what it is, although it's probably just a sewing machine. We are officially off and running today, and Sarah's back on the march. She's desperately hunting for our next assignment.
I'm ready. I'll take anything. If I can cut it up, if I can make something out of it, I'm going to have it.
Whoa, Sarah is in the zone. Glad someone is. Is it time for my afternoon nap yet? Luckily, Sarah spots some familiar faces, John and Barbara. We've met them before, and once again, they might have just the thing for Sarah to save.
This looks quite interesting. What's that?
That was my father's drawing board.
Okay. Was he an architect or something?
He did train as an architect, though he worked as an engineer mostly, and he would have used that at home, I think, mainly for doing drawings of model boats and model steam engines, and he made a lot of models. And
Great, excellent. Would it be possible to pull it out and have a look, see if it's what the other side looks like?
Hopefully it should be smooth.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
It's a shame to chuck it away, really, but nobody uses drawing boards these days because everything's done on the computer.
It's the way of the world nowadays, I'm afraid, John.
I'm really pleased that I was here when this arrived here, because I love anything that's old. I always think it's so much nicer than anything that's new.
Well, it would be nice if somebody had a use for it, but unfortunately everybody's chucking out drawing boards now.
If it would be something that you'd let me have rather than going in there.
Oh, great, yes.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I hope I do something with it that does it justice. It's charming, I think.
Charming is exactly right, Sarah. Any thoughts from John and Barbara about its future?
I can imagine it could make maybe some piece of furniture, make a very nice tabletop.
Yeah.
I think her looking at it with different eyes made me look at it with slightly different eyes rather than just something that can be got rid of.
Let's hope she does something good.
I'm sure she will.
Good on you, Barbara.
I know what you're thinking. You're going to be making all sorts of jokes about going back to the drawing board, making up new designs. But seriously, this is a fantastic find. Anything industrial with this chunky look and this beautiful surface has got to have potential to be transformed into something that makes money.
It better, Sarah, or it'll be back to the old drawing. All right, I won't say it, but I know a lady who may. Designer Beck Simon is an artisan blacksmith who can manipulate metal into magnificent moneymakers.
Blacksmithing as a craft, it hasn't really changed over the hundreds and hundreds of years it's been around. We still use fire as a tool. We've got an anvil and a hammer. There's something very sort of medieval about it.
With husband Dave by her side, this team produces high-end furniture and bespoke metal commissions.
My passion for the craft is trying to use it in a very contemporary way, still keep it alive and involve it as much as I can with any job that we do.
Well, I'm not sure how many blacksmithing techniques you'll be able to use on this wooden table. Two items in the bag, and now Sarah's on the prowl for a project for herself.
So picture yourself spending all day at the tip.
I'm starting to worry about your frame of mind, Sarah. I know, we're both as bad as each other. Nick, save us. Anything interesting in your car today?
I'm throwing away probably the contents of the loft today. It's about my 15th trip to the dump and moving house after 25 years.
25 years of stuff. Music to Sarah's ears.
Hello, hello. Oh, I like your china. Hi. Are you moving? Are you clearing out? Moving house. Anything that might be interesting for recycling?
No, that's an electrical.
Electricals, okay. Is that going in there?
That's going in there. Nobody wants Silverplated cutlery. I can't give it away.
It's nicely plated.
Yeah.
It's A1, which is best quality.
Yeah.
Lovely stuff. They're beautiful. When did you last use this lot?
That was my mother's.
Right.
and I've kept it since she died, trying to do something with it. But as we're moving, got to limit the stuff we take with us.
No, I totally understand that. If I could take that bit,
You can take that.
I would love to try and save some of it or do something with it. And
You're
then,
welcome.
if it's all right to come and show you what I've done or see where it's gone to, it'd be great to keep in touch. But that to me is a bag of history in there that I would love to just make sure that it can.
Whatever you like.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for letting me have it.
All right,
Good luck
Sarah.
with the move.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lift with the legs, Sarah.
So heavy.
Does Nick have any thoughts about Sarah's plans for his mum's old cutlery?
I've no idea. I hope she finds a good use for them because it breaks my heart to throw some of it away, but nobody wants them anymore.
Well, Sarah certainly does. And she looks very happy about it indeed.
I feel like a very proud mother.
At the end of a successful day, Sarah has her 3 items. Josh and Ollie will endeavour to open this sewing machine box. Bex will take on the architect's table. And Sarah will sort through Nick's family silver-plated cutlery.
I'm confident that I've saved items that are worthy of transformation. It is, after all, at this stage, a game of chance. But as far as I'm concerned, game on.
Now we travel out into the tranquil West Sussex countryside, home to countless horses, sheep and kids on bikes. Hey, shouldn't you be in school? It's also home to master makers Josh and Ollie. Sarah's bringing along the mystery box, but what will they find inside? I'm sticking with sewing machine.
Well, I've bought the vintage sewing machine to Josh and Ollie to see if they can open it up and then transform it into something amazing. But as I haven't actually seen inside it, I'm just hoping I'm not about to stitch them up. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Okay.
Oh, I've got something for you.
Right.
But actually, I need a hand with it. This came to the recycling centre and it doesn't have its key with it.
Right.
So I have never seen inside it.
Oh, okay.
And I'm hoping it's
Maybe
just,
it's not a sewing machine.
could be anything in there.
Really, guys, it's just going to be a sewing machine. But if it's a collectible one, some rare models can sell for several £100s, believe it or not. Or it could be just one of the newer electric ones.
Ah, it's electric.
Ah, I shouldn't have got my hopes up.
I mean, there are hundreds of these going into the tips every day.
Unwanted Singer sewing machines have become very popular with the upcycling crowd,
Little light in there.
making everything from lighting to desk fans. Can the boys come up with something original? Can the boys come up with something? Anything? Yes, it's a sewing machine, Ollie.
It would almost be cool to take the whole thing into the individual components and then like
We could see what we could do with them.
lay them out as like a blueprint almost. What can you put it back into that's completely different and that moves in a funny way or something?
The only thing I would say, it is really difficult to sell non-functioning things.
One other option is to go down the route of using the box. That might be a way that we could make something that would actually be useful and would sell.
So if I left you the budget with sort of 250, 300 quid, take it apart, see what
We'll
happens,
see what happens, yeah.
and come back and surprise me.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Brilliant. Thanks ever so much.
Cheers.
So, boys, you've got carte blanche to do whatever you want. Hey, not that.
Well, they've sown a few ideas about what they might come up with, but that sewing machine is a real challenge. So it's going to be a total surprise to see what they make out of it.
They've set a budget of £250 to £300. It's a fair chunk of money, so Sarah's taking a gamble on the boys coming up with something that will be saleable, or coming up with anything at all. Near Guildford in the Surrey countryside, blacksmith Beck Simon is in her workshop and helped today by husband Dave. They're waiting on Sarah, who's about to drop off her latest puzzler.
She does like to challenge us with things, doesn't she?
She does. She
Yeah.
hasn't defeated us yet. I'm sure whatever it is,
Yeah.
it will speak to us.
Yeah. It'll
Volumes.
Have a charm. It'll charm us.
Hi! Come on in.
Can you guess what it is?
No, it looks really interesting.
It's a drawing board.
Oh, wow.
It is a double elephant drawing board. Have you heard of that?
No.
Double elephant is an old English paper size used in the stationery and printing trades. This imperial sizing was replaced by the modern international paper sizes such as A4 in 1959.
Oh, look, you've got the weights and things.
Yeah, and this lovely slide that would have gone up and down it. I was thinking I could leave you with these lovely bits as components and I could come back and find amazing desk. How about kitchen unit? You know, maybe island in the kitchen. We've got these lovely bits that can be used for hanging pots and pans off it or suspending stuff underneath or knives going through it. Would that work?
I think that would be a good plan for it.
A freestanding kitchen unit sounds charming. You already have the tabletop, so that means you just have to come up with a base of some kind. And that shouldn't cost an arm and a leg, should it?
What are you thinking about cost-wise it's going to be to make one?
If we aim for 550, 6.
Did you say 550? Great, that's lovely. Aim for 550, try and
Yeah,
get it
that's
done on
what I
that.
mean.
Go for it. And see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
That kitchen unit sounds fantastic and I think it'd be really saleable. They're going to give it their own special touch though, aren't they?
We're looking at £550 to convert the architect's table into a kitchen unit. It sounds quite simple, so Bex and Dave will have to use their special touch to make this one a masterpiece. In the quiet Sussex countryside, Sarah's at home in her cosy farmhouse. And she's preparing to start on her own cash-generating conundrum. She has the huge collection of old silver-plated cutlery, which is desperately in need of further investigation.
I think the best thing to do is get it all out, lay it out and find out exactly what we've got in there. But I think there's money to be made here.
That's the name of the game.
All the cutlery made should have assay marks on the back. These are hallmarks and they say where it was made, who the manufacturer was, and then what kind of plate it is.
Silver-plated items are made from a base metal which has been coated with a fine layer of precious silver, giving a high-class appearance for a lower cost than hugely expensive solid silver.
It came in different grades, so something like A1 is what you really want, which means it had the most silver dipped onto it, so it's the thickest grade of silver.
She's finding rather a lot of that A1 grade silver plate, and it's cutlery all of the same design.
I am literally like a kid in a candy store here because I'm hoping if we get a full set of this is a 6-piece place setting, and if they've hung onto all the knives and they haven't chucked anything out, that makes it much more saleable.
While she collects items from that set, she's also finding some other promising pieces.
They had cutlery back in the day that we don't even think about using anymore. That's a mustard spoon. Don't think anybody uses those much. I've got one.
Of course you do, Sarah. It looks like she's in luck with the set of matching cutlery.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. More of those. So that is one full canteen of cutlery there. So that's great to have a full set there. But even bundles of these other stuff, put together, polished up, they're going to make some money.
Speaking of polishing, with that amount of silverware, it'll be no small job.
I'm sure it's going to look a lot better when it's all shiny.
I see myself in that. Oh, lovely.
You are, Sarah, you are. The only cost involved in this project is a bit of silver polish. But for a collection of cutlery that couldn't be given away, I'm not sure a bit of polish will be enough for people to pay top dollar for them. Elsewhere in Sussex, let's see if Josh and Olle have finally come up with a plan for the old sewing machine.
So this bit holds your tea bag, and when you start it, it drops it into the mug, and then that Gives it a good old stir.
Yeah, you get some real good brittle off that.
Yeah.
I take it that's a no then.
Let's get this thing apart.
Righto.
Josh and Ollie begin to dismantle the sewing machine with the biggest screwdriver I've ever seen. The hope is that once it's stripped down to its component parts, inspiration will strike.
Somewhere within this is some gold. Yeah.
Gold paint, maybe. As a backup plan, the boys have still got the wooden box the sewing machine came in. It might be a safer bet than what they're doing just... Oh no, here we go. It looks like Ollie's come up with something. Ah, he's made himself a little friend.
Josh made a robot.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, that'll do. Get Sarah back now.
Yeah, get Sarah back in and let her see a £300 robot. I've got a feeling she's not going to be happy. Oh, Josh, Ollie spent ages on that. Sorry, Ollie. Maybe you can make another robot friend with the leftovers. Well, it's clear nothing much is getting achieved around here. We'll give you some more time to think, but you better get your thinking caps on and come up with something. And quickly. Thank you. Back in Surrey, let's hope that Bex and Dave have a clearer plan drawn up for the architect's table come kitchen unit. Clear as mud.
Okay, so this is the, the structure of how it's going to be. It's going to be 3-leafed, well, 2-leafed with a centre bit. So we're going to split some steel, so that's sort of your framework, and these will be the swinging leaves out. So that's the plan.
Bit confused, Dave? Me too.
Okay, so let's get this up.
But it sounds as if Bex's plan is to split the tabletop in 3 to have 2 drop-leaf extendable sides.
How did you work that out?
It's super clever.
As for the base, Bex has an intricate design in mind that looks like it'll be difficult to bring to life. She starts by picking out lengths of scrap steel to make into legs, cutting them to size using the donkey saw. Otherwise known as a power hacksaw, it drops cutting fluid onto the steel, which helps lubricate and helps protect the saw. Once that's done, Bex plans to use the ancient art of splitting to bend the legs into shape.
With blacksmithing, you've got about 5 or 6 sort of basic techniques that are always used, and splitting is one of them.
Splitting involves first marking the steel with a chisel. Then the metal is heated, beaten, heated, beaten, and you get the idea, until the once solid metal bends like plasticine, creating a split down the middle.
This is just such a wonderful craft, and it's so exciting. It's, watching the chisel, going through that hot metal. It gives it soul.
As Bex continues bending, Dave starts to make a frame that will join the wooden top to the metal legs. He welds together steel bars using a filler material that forms a pool of molten metal at the join. This will cool to make a join that is as strong or even stronger than the base material. Bex is still bending those legs. She's just about done with one of them, but she's still got another 3 to do. And time's getting on.
It's going to look nice. Ye of little faith.
Back in Sussex, would you believe it, Josh and Ollie have a plan.
After a lot of head scratching, we've decided to use the wooden box to make a mobile barber shop. So this will be for a barber who wants to go from door to door. They can keep all of their products and scissors in here.
A barber's kit. Excellent. Wait, but what's this?
I thought it would be a real shame just to let all of these components go to waste, so I'm trying to figure out some kind of little mechanical desk toy. And at first thought, a little turtle comes to mind because of this guy. a little bit lost at the moment. I don't quite know if it's possible and how I'm going to do it.
Yep, you heard it right. Josh is going to make a mechanical reptile desk toy. With so much time used up already, it'll be a race to the finish between the tortoise and the hare.
I'm going to kind of make a little shell for the turtle, and I want this big cog to sit on top. When you turn this cog, it's going to power this here, and so the turtle's head is going to move in and out. Who wouldn't be excited about this?
Sarah? Olle's first job with the Barber's kit is to remove all the existing varnish with an electric sander, ready for a brand new finish. While Josh has got something special he wants to incorporate into the design.
Yeah, so I got this off my granddad Corbett, and this was like an old roofing tool, so they used to beat lead with it, and so that would be perfect for making little gears and pulleys out of as well.
Oh, that's sweet. You can dedicate the piece in memory of your granddad.
Granddad's still around.
Oops, sorry. Olle's Barber box is coming along nicely.
Can you just come over here and hold these little bits here?
And even Josh's desk toy is taking shape.
Keeps falling off.
Kind of. Olle looks to have his project under control.
Just need to tweak it a little bit.
But the turtle, they've used up so much time already, I'm not sure it's going to be worth it. Back home at her farmhouse, Sarah's, yep, still polishing. In amongst the silver plate, Sarah's found a few items that look to be the genuine article.
That is an 1840 Georgian silver spoon. In its own right, that's at least 50 quid sitting there. This lot, I'm not quite sure what to do with because I feel some responsibility for them. But that lot, they're decorative, they're saleable, and I reckon they're good to go.
Well then, let's go. When Sarah saw the bag of silver-plated flatware, it was headed to the tip. But with a bit of elbow grease, she's made them shiny, bright and sparkling again. Through tirelessly salting it all, Sarah's discovered, among other things, a full 50-piece silver-plated dining set and a small collection of solid silver pieces too. So, with this lot, Sarah must stand a good chance of making a profit.
So loads of different things here that need to get photographed, made to look special, and put online.
Oh, I like your china.
When Sarah stopped Nick at the dump, she pounced on his bag of tableware.
That was my mother's,
Right.
and I've kept it since she died, trying to do something with it.
Although it wasn't solid silver, Sarah still thought it might be worth a bob or two.
It's A1, which is best quality.
And Nick was just happy that it didn't end up in the skip.
I hope she finds a good use for them because it breaks my heart to throw some of it away, but nobody wants them anymore.
Well, Nick, that might not be the case. Sarah shared pictures on social media to see if any of the flash flatware would sell. And you know what? Some of it did. Sarah's travelled to Pilton in Somerset to catch up with Nick, and she might just have a little surprise for him.
Hi, Nick.
Hello, Sarah.
Hi there. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
When I last saw you, you looked like you were at the end of a very long moving process. Was it a busy time?
25 years of stuff.
Okay, well, I know that you dropped off a big bag of old cutlery that you were going to put into reuse, weren't you?
Yes.
And so I had hoped that I would have a good look through it and find it was, you know, littered with Georgian silver and
No, I'd already done that.
lovely family stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you had done it, but you'd missed these bits.
Okay.
I don't know if you recognise these.
I thought I'd saved those knife and fork.
So those are a beautiful solid silver christening set.
That was just the hassle, I think. I missed them. Thank you.
That's an absolute pleasure. So this stunning Georgian silver spoon, something with your family crest on it, I think.
That's got our name on it.
Well, your
That's
number.
John Inskip, who was my grandfather's father, so my great-grandfather. And he would have been turn in his grave, I expect, if he knew I'd thrown it away.
I've actually got some pictures of the other stuff, just so
Yeah.
you can have a look at it. Amongst it, there were some old pieces of plate, lots of things like jam spoons and things like that people just don't really use anymore, do
That's
they?
right.
Well, I did share the pictures of your cutlery online, and it turns out some people love a jam spoon and really like a fish knife, so I have actually got some money to hand over to you as well. I've got £205 here for the rest of your cutlery.
That's phenomenal.
You
Quite
would actually
unexpected.
Is there something that you might do?
We'll probably give it to British Art Foundation, because that was the charity that my mother, that we gave money to when Mum died, so it'll probably go there. Thank you very much indeed.
Oh, it was a total pleasure. Lovely to see you again and in your charming new house. Thank you ever so much.
Thanks very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
The total for all the cutlery Sarah managed to sell came to £207. And with just £2 of silver polish to take off, that leaves Nick with £205 to donate to charity.
What Sarah's done is brilliant. I didn't know what to do with the cutlery. It was beautiful, but I couldn't give it away. And she's found homes for it. The money is just a bonus, and I can use that and give it to the charity. Brilliant.
And now we head back to Sussex. When we left them, Olle was getting on well with his box of Barber's bits, and Josh was still tinkering with his toy turtle. It's time for Sarah to find out just what they've been up to.
I see vintage sewing machines at the tip all day long. I'm just hoping that Josh and Olle have done something inspirational with this one to give us all a few more ideas about what to do with them.
Well, it took them long enough, but where once there was a sewing machine, now there's a sleek and cool-looking mobile barber's shop. The functional backboard is equipped to carry all your barbering essentials. Included is a cutthroat razor made from a decorative plate from the sewing machine and a handmade shaving brush. To top it all off, the box has a chalkboard paint finish. But that's not all, folks. Josh made this turtle.
Hey, Sarah.
How are you doing?
Yeah, good, thanks. All right, how are you?
Yeah, really well. What have you been up to?
This is what we've made with the sewing machine you gave us.
Oh, no way. It looks exciting, but what's inside it?
Remember, it didn't have a key.
Yeah.
So made this key so you can unlock it. It's a mobile barber's kit.
It's really beautiful. It's so clever.
It's got a little dish for your shaving cream and shaving brush. And we even made a razor.
I know what you've...
That's from the front of the sewing machine.
Fantastic. That is really clever. Lovely. What did you do with all the rest of it?
Well, yeah, I have got a little extra surprise for you.
Have you?
So
while I was doing this,
yeah,
Josh had his own little project.
This is a little desk turtle.
I've always wanted a desk turtle. How come I've never had a desk turtle? That is so funny. That is just hilarious.
So all of the components that actually came from the machine. The drive belt is off the original motor.
Lovely.
And just, yeah, used all of the components that I could.
Fantastic. I really like what we've done there. Thank you for making something commercial out of the other bit. But
what are you saying? What? The turtle's not commercial?
Okay, so 300 quid. Are we splitting that between that, or have we gone slightly over budget?
I think we tried to keep to budget. I think we probably put more time in it than what we were going to, but we called it 300.
Really? Yeah. Okay, well, I think the world's first fully operational desk turtle and mobile barber shop is a triumph. Thank you ever so much.
Cool, you're welcome.
Well, I have learned to expect the unexpected every time I come here. Fantastic transformation of the old sewing machine, and I think there's money to be made even from that desktop turtle.
Is that going back in the car or into the skip?
When Sarah inquired about Robert's sewing machine at the dump, it brought back painful memories for him.
My mum regularly made clothes for us. Oh,
Really?
Despite not being able to see inside, Sarah wanted it.
Would you mind if I took it away as the mystery machine?
And Robert hazarded a guess as to what it might become.
Maybe a lamp stand. Maybe a beautiful lamp stand.
Well, I bet even 100 monkeys with 100 typewriters wouldn't have come up with what Josh made. But the Barber's box proved to be a hit and was snapped up by Nick, a regular customer of Sarah's who operates online store Smithers of Stamford. Sarah's travelled to Hascombe in Surrey to hand over the profits from the Barber's box to Robert. And she's even got a certain little something for him in that bag.
Hi, Robert.
Hello. Hi, Sarah. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you? Oh, hello. Who are you?
I'm Sky.
Hi, Sky. Hello.
I'm Mia.
Mia. Oh, hi there, Mia. When I first met you at the recycling centre, we couldn't open your sewing machine.
And it's odd that I've actually found the key since, but I wasn't sure if you were coming back, so I threw it out probably, what, a month ago, Sky, was it? Yeah.
Well, that didn't matter because I've actually taken the sewing machine to somebody who knew how to get into it. Have you thought about something that might be done with it?
I thought rather uninspiringly that you might make it into a lamp. My wife thought you might use it as a stand for a coffee table, so we're interested or intrigued to see what it might have turned out like.
I've got some pictures to show you of what they did with your sewing machine. So here is a mobile barber shop.
Wow. I love that colour, don't you?
So it's proved really popular and it's sold.
Really? How fantastic.
Yeah, so I have actually got £25 here to give to you for your old sewing machine.
Thank you so much. Great. This money is going to go to a lovely local charity, so thank you.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure. That sounds like a great place for that to go. Oh, and before I go, I've actually got a little something here as a memento for you. Here is the world's first sewing machine desk turtle paperweight. What do you think? Do you want to have a turn? They saved some of the bits of it. They wanted to make something mechanical out of it.
I remember this wheel. My mum sitting at the table turning the wheel around. That's really sweet, isn't it?
It's a memento from your sewing machine, and just say thank you so much for letting us take it away.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Lovely to have caught up with you.
And you too,
Thank you.
thanks.
Nice to meet you girls.
Josh and Olle's labour and materials came in at £300. With the Barber's box selling for an impressive £325, £25 can be shared with Robert.
Well, that really wasn't about the money, was it? I think Robert liked what we did with his sewing machine, and I think he's going to cherish that turtle. Lovely.
In deepest Surrey, Bex and her husband Dave have completed work on their architect's table cum kitchen unit, and they're eager for Sarah's arrival.
We've got an extra little surprise for Sarah that was Dave's idea.
Thank you, dear.
Looking forward to seeing Sarah's reaction, really.
I'm coming back to the drawing board to see what Bex and Dave have managed to do with it. Fingers crossed, it's a fantastic kitchen unit.
When Sarah dropped it off, the best days of the architect's table had drawn to a close. Now, Bex and Dave have transformed it into a practical, extendable and attractive freestanding kitchen unit. The wooden tabletop has been split in 3 and hinged to make fold-away surface space. All of Bex's hard work crafting the steel base has paid off with a geometric, architectural-inspired structure, which is sturdy as well as beautiful. And leaving nothing to waste, Dave has used old parts of the drawing table to make a quirky and useful cookbook holder. But what will Sarah make of it?
Hey! It's lovely. Oh, and that's the slide.
Yeah, Dave's added extra. His cookbook stand.
Oh, that's so clever. That is a lovely use of that old piece of material.
Isn't it cool? It just looks really nice with it.
How have you done this? Because it looks
That is really cool.
Yeah, we split it and then put the shape into it. Basically, we used the theme of architecture for the frameworks.
I think as a balanced piece, that is so lovely. You guys don't go down the easy route, do you? it's really lovely.
It's got wheels as well at the back, so you can move it around.
I absolutely love it.
This transformation took a lot of work. Have they managed to stick to the budget?
For you, Sarah, it came in on budget.
I'm really pleased. I think it's really beautiful. Thank you.
It's a triumph all round. Bex has even found another use for the multi-purpose unit.
My mum wears big dangly earrings, so I feel a bit like my mum.
Like a spaniel. This looks quite interesting. What's that?
When Sarah met John and Barbara at the dump, she loved the look of John's dad's architect's table.
He would have used that for doing drawings of model boats and model steam engines.
John was sad to see it go.
Well, it would be nice if somebody had a use for it, but unfortunately, everybody's chucking out drawing boards now.
But was confident it was in safe hands.
Let's hope she does something good.
I'm sure she will.
You were right, Barbara, she has. Sarah was then on a mission to find the kitchen unit a new home. She listed it online on sites including eBay, Etsy and social media. But were there any takers? Sarah's now meeting up again with Barbara and John to show them what became of their drawing table.
Hi there. Hello. How are you? Really nice to see you again. I saw you last coming to and from the tip. I loved the architect's drawing board that you brought along. Did you wonder what we might do with it after we took it away?
Yeah, I could see that the piece of wood might be useful, but nobody wants drawing tables anymore, so...
I took it to a blacksmith called Beck and her partner Dave, and they really wanted to work on it. So I've actually got some pictures to show you of how it ended up. So they have turned it into a kitchen island.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Dave has made a cookbook stand to go on top of it.
Right, yes, that's very clever.
So
Marvellous.
all together, what do you think of that?
Well, that's pretty amazing, actually.
And do you think your father would approve of its reuse?
I think he very much approved of the fact that it was reused at all. I think he would have been horrified that I was taking it to the dump in the first place.
It is currently up for sale. I haven't managed to find a buyer for it yet, but I have high hopes that it will sell and I'll make some profit out of it. And when I have done, I'll be back in touch to share it with you.
Well, thank you for being there and for taking it.
Yes, and reusing it.
Definitely reusing it. It was lovely to catch up.
Okay,
Thank you
nice
so
to meet
much.
you again.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bex and Dave came in on budget of £550, but as it is yet to find a new home, we might be £550 down. But it's a cracking bit of furniture, so I'm sure it won't be long before it's snapped up. Sarah salvaged 3 unwanted items from the Whitley Recycling Centre. The bag of cutlery was buffed up and brought back to life. The sewing machine was totally reimagined. And the architect's table became a freestanding kitchen unit.
Well, we started off with stuff that was destined for the tip, and we ended up with items that would take pride of place in any home. You can't ask for a better result than that.